Y'all wouldn't believe me if I told you this is the third time I'm recording this intro. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Vlogmas Day 16. I have another part of my wig customization series for you guys. I'm going to show you how I put this wig on, how I applied it, what I use, etc, etc. So yesterday I showed you guys how to pluck the frontal to make the hairline look natural. Today I'm going to show you how to put the wig on your head. So yeah, I'm going to go through all of my tips and tricks. I'm going to show a detailed process of how I cut the lace and everything like that. So stay tuned to this video. If you're not familiar with wigs and you're afraid to try a frontal and you're afraid to cut off the lace, this video is for you. Let's go. All right, let's get into it. So plop the wig on your head. This is the easy part. I wear my hair in a bun under my wigs, but you can have your hair braided. And I'm just kind of positioning the wig where I want it, making sure it fits my head, getting all the hair out of the way to prepare to cut off the lace. This is very important to do before you cut off the lace because, as you guys can see here, the wig perfectly covers my hairline. But if the wig was too small, my edges would still be showing, and then you would have to send it back because what are you going to do with the frontal that doesn't cover your edges? There's no point. Once you have determined that the wig fits, you're going to go ahead and make one cut down the center of the frontal, splitting it into two sections, and then go ahead and zigzag cut across the parting. As you guys can see, I'm moving my hands up and down to kind of give a jagged effect to the cut of the lace. Now, my girl Aaliyah J gave me this tip. If you cut it straight across, it's gonna look so unnatural. So cutting it in a zigzag kind of blends it into the scalp more seamlessly, and as you guys can see, it just looks a lot more natural than if you were to cut it straight across. Also want to be very careful to make sure you're not cutting your edges, which is why I hold the frontal with one hand and cut with the other hand, just to give me a little space and make sure I'm not cutting off any of my real hair when I do this. Now that you have the side perimeter cut, we're getting around where your sideburns are going to be by your ear. So you want to go ahead and section off the hair that's going to be in your sideburn and tuck the rest away so that you can see how much of the frontal you need to cut off. Before I go ahead and cut out my ear tabs, I'm going to go and cut off this little piece of hanging lace that's in the way. I'm going to just snip that off really quickly, and then I'm going to work on the ear. This step is really important. The sideburns make the frontal, it's what makes it look natural. So you really want to section off this part, tuck the hair back behind your ear so that you can see how much you need and how much you don't need. As you guys can see, that piece that I'm holding right now, I don't need because it's covering my ear. So we're going to go ahead and cut that off, but you want to make sure that it's sectioned pretty well to where you're not cutting off a bunch of hair. You want to just cut off the part of the frontal. So I have one piece in my mouth to hold it taut, and the other piece I'm holding with my hand, and I'm just going to go up by my ear and cut off that excess piece of the frontal. If you guys can see, I hope you can tell what I'm doing. I'm just cutting up right by the top of my ear so that there's space for my ear to pop out of the wig. It's hard to see, but there's a little piece of excess lace. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off as well so that we have a nice smooth base around our ear. Now you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side of your head. It's super easy if you take your time with this. The ear is the most important part, as well as cutting in a zigzaggy kind of fashion. You don't want to cut it straight across, and you also don't want to mess up cutting around your ear. because you need that canvas there. That's what's going to keep the wig down. If your sideburns aren't down, your frontal is not going to stay in place. So yes, the ears are very, very important. And as you guys can see, I did leave a little bit of extra lace. I could cut it back further than this, but I do like to have a little bit of extra lace at the front that I will go ahead and maybe tint it a little bit, put some foundation powder just so it blends into my skin a little better. But I do like to leave that little bit of excess lace just to make sure I have a firm hold onto my skin with the glue later on. Now we're just working on the other ear. This side is a little bit easier than the other side. As you guys can see, it almost fits perfectly. I just have to cut across and take away that extra lace by the front of my ear that I'm holding on to. So we're just going to snip that off. It's much easier than the other side. Alright, so I'm going to throw the hair into a little bun and pin it up out of the way while I glue down the sides. Like I said, I'm not going to glue down the entire perimeter of the frontal, just by the sideburns. So I'll show you guys how I do that now. I'm just clipping away all the hair, and I use Ghost Bond to apply this. And I just dab a little bit on the sides and up by my ear. And then I go in with the end of a little makeup brush and smear it out a little bit so it's not so thick. I probably could have used even less glue than this, but whatever. Then I go in with a blow dryer and kind of blow dry it until it gets a little bit more sticky. And then I go ahead and pull down the frontal onto the glue and blow dry it some more until it's completely dry for the most part. So now I'm kind of just figuring out how I want to wear this wig. Do I want to wear it in the middle part? Do I want to wear it in the side part? And you'll see me kind of deciding that here. And I ended up going with the middle part. And now that I decided on the middle part, I'm just going to go ahead and glue down the other side the same exact way. And if for some reason you decide to apply too much glue, I just go in with my edge brush and kind of brush through it so that it doesn't look white when it dries, just to get that excess glue kind of molded into the lace. Alright, so now we're on to the styling portion. I just sprayed the hair down with some water. I'm brushing through it with a tangle teaser. These are great for defining your curls, and it's looking pretty good right now. To make sure the curls stay extra juicy, I'm using this Cantu leave-in conditioning cream. I love this stuff, and I even use it on my own hair. It just leaves the hair super defined, nice and shiny, and it smells really good, but not too strong. And we're done. Our wig is on and secure.
I think that covers everything. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching this video. I hope it was really helpful. I really wanted to share this with you guys because I get so many questions about wigs. As you guys can see, I can pluck this wig a little bit more, which I do plan to do, but since I'm wearing it in the middle part, it doesn't really bother me that much that the perimeters need to be plucked more. Like, it's fine. So I did want to put this series out for you guys just to show you what a basic routine would look like, start to finish, from getting the wig out the box to putting it onto your head. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or any tips down below, leave them in the comments and I will answer all of your questions. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it, because that's the only way I'll know if you enjoyed the videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I think we're at like 1,034 subscribers, so let's get to 1,100. Okay, let's go. We're on the road to 2,000. So if you aren't a part of the family, I don't know what you're waiting for, but go ahead and press that button. Okay, don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you're notified whenever I upload a video. Shout outs to Asia.
notification gang. I'll be shouting out anybody who comments in my comments that they're a part of the notification gang, because I need to know that y'all know when I'm uploading my videos. So shout outs to Asia, she's a real one. I think that's all I wanted to say for this video. The hair is really nice so far, but I'm not going to tell you guys to go out and buy it yet because I've only been wearing the hair for like a day or two. I can't really tell you guys the real tea yet, so give me a week or so and I'll come back and do a full updated review on this Beauty Forever hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support.
I don't know how I forgot to say this, but I will see all of you beautiful people in my next one. Bye.
Let's put on some more gloss so I could stump for real.